Go to breaking news right now. It's happening in downtown LA.
Yeah, Desmond Shaw live in SkyCal over the LAPD pursuit of a stolen vehicle. Desmond?
No IFB.
Okay, looks like
Let's go to Mike
Desmond
Rogers.
can't hear us. Yeah, Mike Rogers will fill us in.
We'll let Des get worked on his IFB. This is a stolen vehicle. LAPD Central Division is in pursuit of it. This is the first time we have been on the freeways. It was very, very slow speeds in and around the downtown LA area. We were around City Hall. I mean, we were going so slow at one point that the LAPD airship said this is pointless to track because everything's going so slow. There was a moment where he kind of stopped for a second and then got back on the go. And now we're on the freeway. He finally has gotten away from the area that he has been on. We are now going to be 101 northbound, it looks like, back into the downtown LA area. So he is making his way kind of back. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, they're saying 10 eastbound now. So, okay, so now we're going even further away from downtown. So we had a bunch of central units behind it. There were 5 that were authorized to be in the chase. It's unclear if they're going to try to get CHP to take this over now that we're on the freeway. And I know Des is still working on getting situated up there. You have the spotlight. I think we have Des with us. Des, we're 10 eastbound, right? Okay, we're still working on Des there.
Okay, Mike, I think I got you guys finally. Don't know what that comms problem was, but here we are on the eastbound side of the 10 now, coming away from the 5 freeway. This had been a slow speed pursuit on streets in downtown LA. They were actually talking about spike strips at one point, but I don't think it worked out. And now this is the first we've seen on the freeway now. So out of the Boyle Heights area, speed's picking up a little bit. I think this is a little Hyundai, maybe a Hyundai Elantra, the little economy car here, definitely a compact vehicle. LAPD, I think I heard they were going into tracking mode there, but they still have the spotlight on from the helicopter. So we'll see how aggressive they're going to get with this one. They wanted to stay on the pursuit while they were in downtown because the speeds were pretty slow, and because with the tall buildings and everything, the helicopter was having a little bit of issues. But now that we're out of downtown, eastbound on the 10, last I heard was tracking mode. Some kind of slow speeds here. Allegedly stolen vehicle, refusing to pull over for LAPD, guys.
5 miles an hour there on the freeway, not very fast. Mike or Des, what would cause the LAPD at this point so slow to go into tracking mode? He's not of any danger, right?
Well, yeah, but now we are on the freeway. So we're on the freeway. It's stolen, you know, that kind of situation. And we'll see. I mean, if we go much further, we're going to be out of LAPD's area anyway. To the south of them is the Boyle Heights area. To the north, we have like Hollenbeck Division. So if we get much further than that, like closer to the 710, we'll be in a different jurisdiction. Will be over in Monterey Park and that kind of area. So as they're doing that, I mean, they're still back there, as you can see. So the guy clearly still knows they're there in this kind of like tiny 2-door car. So we're in heavy traffic now. I hear the airship calling that out. Now they're still in tracking mode, he says. And again, we're going to listen to one of the CHP frequencies, the East LA frequency, to see if they're going to have CHP come take this over. Kind of interesting that he chose the freeway. I mean, he had no problem for a very long time hanging out in downtown LA and just doing circles, and for whatever reason then decided that was enough and gone on. Now there was a second here where he was on a dead-end street, and so LAPD had to warn one of the officers, hey, if he turns around, he's going to be coming right at you. And that's what happened. He was able to work his way around the officers that were pursuing him to kind of get out of that dead-end situation, and now he got back up on the freeway here.
Yeah, and it's very curious how slowly he's moving right now. Desmond, I wonder if you can pull out to show us the traffic out there. Is this being caused by some sort of construction project or maybe an accident ahead? I mean, this seems sort of unusual even for the 10 at almost 9 o'clock at night.
I'm trying to figure that out. I'm just wondering if this are maybe people that were hanging out at Dodger Stadium and left the stadium pretty late. That's the only thing I could think of. I don't see any crashes up ahead or any road work, and the traffic does last through the 710 and kind of into the Alhambra area from what I'm seeing. So pretty strange. Here's the thing, though, too, with this suspect. I mean, he wasn't really having any trouble around downtown, but it didn't seem like he was making any real concerted effort to get away either. I mean, it was kind of circling around at kind of low speeds, and we know how these tend to go when they're in downtown Los Angeles, and, you know, it did not end down there. So just kind of, I don't know, freeway traffic at this point. We're not seeing, you know, the desperation of driving on the right-hand shoulder or blowing through red lights or anything like that, or really cutting people off. So it's just always kind of curious what's going on in these suspects' minds. Like, are you trying to get away? Are you just running out the clock, trying to buy a few extra ounces of freedom, perhaps? Well, now we're getting off the freeway again here in the Alhambra area. So actually, there's just going to be the ramp. This is going to take us, I think, to the 710. No, we'll be getting off the freeway here right by the 710 freeway, not too far away from Cal State LA. here, and well, we'll see what the suspect decides to do. But last time they were on surface streets, like I said, they were just going kind of slowly. I mean, he's even got his blinker on right now as he gets off at Eastern Avenue. And
if he comes south, he's going to go right past the Sheriff's Monterey Park Station.
That's right.
So that big, huge complex they've got where, you know, their SEB team is and all of that, he's going to be right in that area. But it looks like he's going back on eastbound 10, Des?
Yeah, that looks like that's what that ramp sign showed there. This is another thing so often we see with these suspects where, you know, they get on the freeway and then like, oh, they're getting off, what are they thinking? And then they just get right back on the freeway. Kind of tells you that, you know, they might just be kind of rudderless at this point. But back on the 10 with a little bit of this traffic, stop and go traffic. And I mean, it seems like it could be a decent opportunity for a spike strip if LAPD, you know, wanted to get that aggressive, but they're kind of taking a little bit more of a laid back approach. It seems like the fact that we're in tracking mode right now, and then, you know, again, we'll see if CHP ends up getting involved, and but just kind of widen out and see how far back the police are right here. Just a few cars back. They're coming over along the right-hand shoulder to kind of catch up. So, you know, they do kind of want to stay in close following of this suspect, not give them too much leeway. In case they decide to get out and run, definitely don't want to see him running around on an open freeway.
So have they gone into tracking mode yet? Do we know that?
Excuse me.
That was the last that we had heard, I believe, was that they were still in tracking mode. But, well, let's see. Now we're on the right-hand shoulder to maybe kind of annoyed with this traffic, but LAPD was as well. You could see them back there. But, you know, they're not. It looks like it. It looks like they're trying to kind of just be around the perimeter of this without agitating the suspect, getting right up on their bumper. And now speed's kind of picking up, cutting off that UPS truck right here. And so, I don't know, this is kind of the most dangerous we've seen so far, eastbound on the 10, pretty much into Alhambra now.
Yeah, not going anywhere fast
I was going to say, yeah, with that car either. I mean, with the traffic and the Hyundai Elantra, it's not going to go too fast, not going to
Yeah, and you know, Des brought it up earlier. They had already authorized spike strips. So they had authorized it in downtown, and then they were trying to see, because he came over the 6th Street Bridge, and they were trying to see if a Hollenbeck unit could come toss some spike strips before he got over the other side of it, and it just didn't work out. Now, what's interesting about this is they're supposed to be in tracking mode. The officers are acting like they're in tracking mode, but the policy of the LAPD is to kill the night sun. So when they're in tracking mode with LAPD, the night sun should come off and the units should drop back. The night sun is still on in this situation, which almost makes me wonder if they're trying to get CHP involved in it, and they want to keep it lit up for CHP if that's the situation. We've not heard that yet. We've not heard that they're asking for CHP, but it is interesting that the flight officer there, the tactical flight officer, is choosing to leave the light on even though they're in tracking mode, which usually by policy that means the light has to come off.
That's true. The light comes off and the units back off, as we've seen already, but they are nearby, as we also saw. You know, maybe this driver saw those units behind them, you know, while they were driving on the right shoulder and thought maybe I should speed things up a little bit. Who knows? They know they're still being lit up by this night sun, as Mike was saying. So, you know, seeing that, maybe them making, making them a little nervous. Exiting the freeway once again. This is the second time we've seen them do it. And wonder if they'll stay off the freeway this time. Looks like they're going right back on.
A little loop-de-loo here on that. And yeah, the San Bernardino freeway is kind of funny here because this is one of the few freeways where you can do that, where you can get off and then back on like the same direction if you want it. But he's actually going, it looks like northbound on Fremont Avenue now at this point. So scratch that. This is on Fremont and Hellman. So setting up for a westbound turn here. Let's see if he decides to cut off any traffic right here. And there you go. LAPD still right back here, not very far back at all. So you wonder if they're going to re-engage with this one, or I hadn't heard if they were trying to pass this off to CHP or what the suspect is doing. But it's just kind of this one of those weird pursuits where they're just kind of doing everything but not giving up. If this person just knows the inevitable, they're not likely to speed away in this car. No doubt. LAPD vehicles much more capable. No offense to Hyundai Elantra owners out there, but I mean, you know that it's not exactly a rip-roaring Mustang or a Ferrari or something like that. But just waiting on cross traffic and just kind of being as annoying as possible to the police, I suppose. It looks like it's turning into one of those pursuits where we just kind of ignore what's going on around us and refuse to pull over.
Looks like they're getting out in one of those patrol cars.
And is on the move again. See, this is what he was doing in downtown, too. And we did talk to CHP, my colleague Angelina on the assignment desk. CHP says we're watching it on KCAL News, but we've not been requested to get involved in it yet. So their total involvement right now is watching it play out on TV like we are. We'll see if that changes. Especially now that we're not on freeways anymore, then that's really diminishes the chance of CHP getting involved. But, who knows? And we're back. Des, are we going back west now? Picking up some speed.
Westbound on Hellman's. Actually, just about almost freeway speeds here on Hellman Avenue. And, this is a residential neighborhood here. If someone were to pull out of their driveway, this could end pretty badly. Trying to navigate this thing southbound now, Westmont Drive. Not sure if the street's even going to go through. Might be running into the 10 freeway here again. But into this neighborhood, is there any rhyme or reason? Are they planning something here, or are they just a rudderless ship in the San Gabriel Valley? We'll see here as we get through this neighborhood, but we might be heading into, we're into a cul-de-sac now.
Uh-oh.
So,
here we go.
If LAPD wants to come and get him, and it seems like, unless this is his house, didn't have any idea what he's doing, but looping back around. But no, they're just kind of hanging out back there, and it's interesting. They sure give a lot of leeway to a lot of these suspects. And it continues. Here we go.
Well, and that's kind of the difference.
Westmont and Jurich Place.
If they weren't in tracking mode,
Mike.
they'd have been right behind him and potentially, blocked him in if they wanted to. But because they're in tracking mode, it requires them to stay away from him. And that's kind of what this works into. But this neighborhood, I'm looking at the maps, and Des is right. He's going to have to come back up to Hellman. This is kind of all blocked off by the 10. So he can make his way back towards where the 10 on and off ramps are, or he has to come back out to Hellman. Otherwise, we're just going to be kind of going in circles in this neighborhood that is basically blocked into the north by the south of this neighborhood is the 10 freeway, and to the west of this neighborhood is the 710. So he's got two major freeways that are kind of encapsulating him in this neighborhood. He's going to come back out to the majors to get out of this neighborhood.
So it's a stolen car pursuit, Mike. Do we know what area this car was reported stolen out of?
We don't. We know that it was central officers that eventually picked it up. That's in the downtown LA area. It's unclear if that's where it was stolen from or kind of what the circumstances are on the theft. Usually we have to get that information from the watch commander, but the watch commander is busy, dealing with the chase right now. So we'll have to try to get that information once this kind of comes to an end. Now the airship is saying we're still in tracking mode, but do we want to maybe kind of set up a spike or something to try to bring this to an end? We're back out on Hellman here, which is going to be this major road, which gives them a lot more options to try to get out of this neighborhood.
It kind of makes you wonder why they are in tracking mode right now. Oftentimes when officers want to see that person slow down because they're driving so recklessly, so fast, they'll want them to slow down, and they think maybe, taking the pressure off, maybe getting those ground units off of them could maybe lead to them driving a little safer, if you will.
Well, and that's, sorry, Suze, that's just what's weird though here is the design of tracking mode is to not let the guy necessarily think you're being chased, but you keep the night sun on the whole time. He obviously knows that everyone's still there. Yeah, so it's interesting the way they're kind of playing this.
It makes you wonder if they're also wanted for something else, for that reason too.
Right. Right, yeah, you don't know what else is going on or what those officers know. Certainly they run the plate and they know a lot more about the alleged theft. Was this taken by force? Was this taken at gunpoint? Was it a straight stolen? When, where? Is there a known suspect? All of those other things they're certainly privy to. We're obviously not. So yeah, they may have more information, but the half tracking mode thing is just kind of interesting because the guy is slowing down at times and then he shoots up and goes at 60 miles an hour on surface streets, and you've got the night sun that's still on, which is, every agency's got their policies. If this was a sheriff's tracking mode, that's their policy, is to keep the night sun on.
Yeah.
And that's what's interesting is LAPD's policy is the ground units keep their lights and siren on, but the airship turns off the night sun. The sheriff's policy is the night sun stays on, but the units kill their lights and siren. So it's very interesting the way that all these different agencies have these theories about tracking mode, how to do it, what works, what doesn't. Pulled behind that car there for a second, and then it's kind of continuing on here. You've got more units at the intersection there that are kind of hanging out and waiting for him. Seems to be abiding by traffic laws, right? I mean, that's a red light, right, Des?
Well, he's getting cornered now.
Yeah, it is, and I mean, there's a ton of units right here as well. I mean, getting awfully close if they are in tracking mode. Almost seems like they're just really kind of itching to get back in pursuit. It seems like this would be one of those ones that would be very easy to end, and spike strips had already been authorized, and it is frankly just confounding when we haven't had crazy wrong way driving or on the right hand shoulder or 60 miles an hour on surface streets. We haven't had any of that. But the second we got out of downtown, LAPD decided they wanted to go into tracking mode, and now this guy's just kind of gallivanting around the San Gabriel Valley, Boyle Heights area. Seems to just kind of be content to continue this as long as the police will let them. And at this point, it doesn't really seem like LAPD is too interested in being very aggressive in ending this, as we're now back on the 10 out after our a little tour there around Alhambra.
And Desmond, were you able to get a chance to see if there's more than one person inside, or is it just the driver right now?
I haven't had a chance there. We'll see if we were able to get in front of the windshield at some point here. Probably should be able to with the slow
I think it's only
on
one,
this one, but we've got the typical, typical pursuit tent on this car is, I don't know, just pretty much every car in Los Angeles has tents on it. It certainly seems like it, but certainly 90-something% of the pursuit vehicles that we're talking about seem to. And as we widen out, I mean, it's still got a little bit of volume here on the eastbound 10. The worst of that traffic has cleared up, but we're still not, going super fast. So now we're back on the freeway. Does the CHP want to come and get involved? I mean, we know we've seen CHPs use spike strips on the freeway or even pit people and slow traffic on the freeway here. If LAPD wanted to, relieve themselves of this and hand it off to CHP, maybe that'll be an option for them.
Really bizarre, and you even saw him there for a second using his turn signal as he kind of moved over into the other lane there, which at least he's courteous with the traffic while he's running from law enforcement. We noticed they just swapped out, it looks like they did swap out the helicopter that was overhead. So this is a fresh LAPD helicopter that's now over this as we continue on the eastbound side of the 10 freeway. And what we'll have to see, Des, as we move further and further away from the city of Los Angeles, these officers are going to have to make a decision on how long they want to keep this going. And as you pull out, did we already? Oh, they're way back there now. Okay. So we'll see if they're going to want to have CHP rather come and get in this. LAPD doesn't like to do these things far out of their city. So they're getting decently far out of their jurisdiction now that we're coming into, north of you, Alhambra, south of you is Monterey Park. So we're moving further and further away from the city. Excuse me. We'll have to see, Des. Have you heard anything up there about CHP?
I have not yet at this point, and I wouldn't even be surprised if this is one of those ones where, they ask CHP to get involved, and we've seen it plenty of times where CHP just kind of like tacitly gets involved, and then the second they get off the surface streets, like, we're not interested.
Yeah, never mind.
And then they give it back to LAPD, and maybe at that point it's too late. I could definitely see this potentially going that way, especially just considering, I mean, it's a stolen vehicle. Haven't heard about any violence because of that, or this being like a known felonious suspect or anything like that when it's on the more minor side of the wand. I mean, it seems like, CHP's doesn't perhaps, I could say, not have their heart in it fully if they get asked to take this over. That's not to say always. I mean, other times they might come in and just pit the guy and get it over with. It just kind of depends. They may have a lot of other things going on if they're getting ready to run traffic breaks for Caltrans construction, or if they have any units that are available, they could be out assisting, disabled motorists or any number of things. But regardless, we haven't heard about CHP as they're in the Metro Express lanes now on the eastbound 10, kind of avoiding a little bit of that. And I mean, hey, if you've already allegedly stolen a vehicle, why not, get
that carpool violation
in this as well? Yeah, you may as well just rack it up, right? I mean,
and Des, while you were talking,
for the owner of this vehicle.
While you were talking, I did just hear them talk about trying to get CHP involved. So it sounds like someone's going to make that call now to see if CHP wants to get involved. They are switching over to a citywide tactical too, Desmond, TAC 45, channel 45 if you want to listen to it over there. So we'll keep an eye on this and see if the California Highway Patrol gets involved as we begin the 9 o'clock hour here on KCAL News.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mike. Yes, we do begin the 9 o'clock news. Paying close attention to this, I don't want to call it a high-speed pursuit because these aren't necessarily high speeds,
right.
But this certainly has been going on for quite some time now. And as you had just mentioned, you and Des, this vehicle, this Hyundai Alhambra, is on the eastbound 10 freeway, and it's a stolen vehicle, and it appears to be getting off and on the freeway.
Whoa.
Yeah, we had a couple of sparks there. That was totally unnecessary. Just went over, made a last-second decision to go over the curb there. This poor little Elantra, you saw some sparks there. Definitely, I could have punctured a tire doing something like that. And just when this, suspect was kind of being allowed to just continue this, we'll see if that did anything to the vehicle now, as we're off here not too far away from Rosemead and a couple of the taller buildings as we're making another turn. But LAPD still has their helicopter overhead. Did that affect the tires at all? I mean, it definitely got our attention up there with those sparks that came out. And what is the plan here? It just seems, like I said, aimless so far. South of the 10 freeway now, off of Rosemead Avenue, Pat.
Okay, now Desmond, we saw this vehicle, it hit a curb. Is that right? That's why it sparked? It's not like it went over a spike strip? Just want to make sure, because I was talking.
No,
go ahead.
Yeah, it was just like a median right there, basically what they call a gore point that separates the exit lane from the mainline lanes. And he just was like, he just made the decision to exit lane and go over that that structure. And I could tell you with a little bit of embarrassment that I've gotten a flat tire that way before, so I wouldn't be surprised if not doing that on the freeway, not on the freeway, mind you, but trying to turn into a driveway. I wouldn't do that on the freeway, but so definitely possible. Now backing up, and we've got a little bit of construction here as well. Trying to go into the construction area. This is kind of a weird one here. Yeah, so here you go. There's some Caltrans, and here's the flag man. They're just going, what's going on? He's kind of dumbfounded by all of this, but going to be getting back onto the freeway now at this point. Yeah, back eastbound 10. Our tour of the San Gabriel Valley continues.
This is a very, I'm not going to use the word interesting, because at this point they just seem to be driving rather aimlessly, but it seems like they've had a number of opportunities to use a spike strip, even do a pit maneuver. So, even though this is a stolen vehicle, I hate to see that happen, because it's not this guy's car.
Someone else's car, right?
But yeah.
I mean, they tried early on in this chase. So this chase was very, very slow speeds, like around City Hall in the downtown area, and was pretty exclusively there. From the time we heard it, we launched Desmond. Desmond was about halfway to downtown, and throughout that whole period, which was maybe 10 or 12 minutes, he stayed in the downtown area, and then all of a sudden he just started wandering to the east and then got on the freeway. So while they were in downtown, they had approved spike strips. We're trying to get some set up. That didn't happen. Then he comes across the 6th Street Bridge, and they try to get a Hollenbeck unit at the end of the 6th Street Bridge to set up a spike, and they just couldn't get it put together in time, and then he gets on the freeways.
And he's been on the freeways most of the time since then, right? I mean, he just got off in that construction zone area, but has been pretty much on the freeways, which would explain the CHP getting called in. Yeah, we've been on the freeway for a while now. We've done this like kind of get off and get right back on type of thing. The time when we started the 9 o'clock hour, when he was off over there in the almost El Monte area, South San Gabriel area, was kind of the only time that he had gotten off for any extended period of time off the freeway. Other than that, he has been on the freeway. Besides from when this started, since we've been over it, he's been on it on the freeway most of the time.
But CHP has not engaged.
CHP is not engaged. They were called, they were asked, and then he got off the freeway.
So that was that.
Right, so now we're back on the freeway, so we'll have to see if we try to play that game again. Now we're coming back towards the city, though, so we'll see if LAPD wants to hang on to it. It sounded like CHP, or LAPD rather, wanted to call CHP because they were kind of getting further and further away from the city of LA. But now that we're back westbound and we're coming kind of back towards the city, we'll see if LAPD wants to keep it. And I don't know, Des, I can't tell. We haven't seen those ground units in a while. For a second, they were kind of right up on them, even though they were in tracking mode. I don't know if you see them or how close they are now.
Yeah, we'll just widen out and see if there's still anyone behind him. And really way back there. Yeah, more than 24 car lengths probably back behind the suspect. So. Yeah, and what's the game plan here? Headed back towards downtown LA, where we were first hearing about all this, and we first picked it up as he was getting on the northbound 101 away from the 6th Street Bridge, and that seemed like that would have been a fantastic place for a spike strip there on the 6th Street Bridge, because they really would have been confined there with no way to dodge it, and especially hard to see with all of the lights being ignominiously out that we've been telling you about now for many months, but. I digress. We're westbound still on the 10 and not even, going super fast. I mean, we're not seeing any real effort here to get away, but, who knows? Maybe they could be on the phone with someone right now trying to plan something out. We've been seeing way too much of that in recent memory with different tactics that these suspects have been using. But, well, yeah, up to 80 miles an hour now, about the fastest we've gone. This will deposit us onto the northbound 101 if they stick in these lanes, but we've still got the option for the 710 as well as the 5 freeway before we get to downtown.
You know, we've seen this vehicle, too, stop on a number of occasions since you've been over this on surface streets where we thought, okay, they can move in and possibly, you know, do something. At one point, I saw the LAPD with their doors open, thinking maybe this guy was going to stop, but he just pulled off rather slowly. And maybe this happened maybe more than one time. So it kind of almost makes you wonder if that's the game plan here. They know that they're probably going to be taken into custody at some point, so they're just sort of taking their time and just driving aimlessly, having law enforcement follow them until this is over.
Yep, lots of opportunities to stop this suspect, but for whatever reason, LAPD just doesn't seem to feel like being aggressive with this one this evening, and I mean, they are letting it go on for quite some time, and you know, I mean, it's definitely tying up quite a bit of resources. I mean, we've got a helicopter overhead. They've already had to switch out helicopters on this one. We saw it looked like a dozen units at one point there off of Fremont Street when the suspect was stopped at that light. They were all circled around the suspect, and you know, yet it continues. Westbound 10, we're crossing the 710 freeway, so suspect decides not to head towards Long Beach. We're right next to Cal State LA right now, and you see still quite a bit of that eastbound traffic, which is very, very strange at this time of the evening. I mean, the Dodger game's been over for quite some time, so I'm really unsure what's causing all of that traffic. Over to the right-hand lanes, these would take us to the 5 if they continue on this tact.
Mike, do we know the circumstances of this one? It's a stolen vehicle, but could that play into why they're reacting the way they are, law enforcement?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we usually have to get that information from the watch commander of the division that started it, but they're still dealing with the pursuit, so we haven't been able to talk to them yet. But absolutely, I mean, they know the circumstances behind the theft, if this was taken by force, if it was taken at gunpoint, if it's fresh, if it's in their area. They have all of those specific information that could make them want to kind of stick with this a little bit longer than they usually would do. The other thing that it's kind of, you know, it's hard for them to say we don't want to chase it anymore when he's using a turn signal and kind of stopping at stoplights. Like, we've not seen anything that's like terribly, terribly aggressive for them to say this is too dangerous, right? So it's kind of, you know, it's this hard thing of like, do they, even though they're out of their area, they're coming back to it now, but do they give up this chase when the guy's not really doing anything that kind of, you know, wild? Des, I wanted to ask you a question. Somebody on X tweeted me with a bunch of exclamation points saying that this is actually a Toyota Yaris. Can you tell if that is a Toyota Yaris?
No, I'm pretty confident this is a Hyundai. Elantra, I believe, is the model here, but regardless, which I think may actually be a little bit more capable than a Toyota Yaris, but perhaps not by very much. Pretty sure that's what it is. My other car friend here, who is just like such a savant with these types of things, also texted me and confirmed that this was a Hyundai. So I think that's what we will be sticking with on the pursuit. I think they just passed one of the ramps there for the 5. So looks like we are headed back towards downtown LA. And then now and then it's going to be that thing now where it gets complicated for the airship to do the tracking. So do we want to re-engage and maybe get this over with, or are they just going to kind of hang back there and kind of let the cards fall as they may?
Yeah, it's certainly difficult for the airships and even for us to follow. And once they get around those tall buildings, and of course we've seen the old duck and hide tactic where they go into a garage and, you know, stay for a while, and sometimes we see them get away.
Yeah, well, and here we go now, getting off the freeway here, right off of the 101, and we're off of Soto Street right here, or Mission Road. Yeah, so are they?
He came out already, does.
Stop. Okay,
yeah,
all right. So here we go. They're still hanging back there, but yeah, I mean, we're getting really close to where all the tall buildings are at, and it's going to be complicated for the helicopter to stay engaged with this and just keep the law enforcement units back. And that's going to give the suspect really kind of an unforced advantage. If they were to want to get out and run, they would have some leeway if they wanted to do that. Or they would, have some very valuable time, I should say. And I mean, even at this moment, they kind of have that, maybe just about 10 or 15 seconds lead time. But look, stopping here, didn't go through that light, didn't do anything crazy, didn't cut off the Metro light rail train or anything like that. So it's just you just wonder what is going on with these suspects. Is there a mental health issue as well? Sometimes with these ones that just kind of go on and on and on at slow speeds, that's another possible factor. Or if they're just I don't know, trying to kind of, as I've said before, just be as annoying to the police as possible and tie up as many units as they possibly can, possibly as well. And no,
did he come out?
There we go.
There he is.
Yeah, he's out, and it looks like we're going to be getting back on the freeway. I think it's going to put us on the northbound 101.
I was going to ask just now where this was downtown in relation to where this pursuit started, but
well, we've been here before.
He's off to the races again.
Yeah, but we've been in this area before. This is where we kind of started, and we were down near City Hall, which is just a little bit to the west here. I mean, now we're going to go back on the 101, but he's been on the 101 before. Actually, I think this exact spot. He went northbound 101 and then eastbound.
Well, now
10. Oh, now back off.
Yeah, he's back as quickly as he went on. He's back off on. Now he's back on surface streets, which really seems like a bit of roundabout. Round and around he goes. Where he's going to stop, nobody knows. How this is going to end, nobody knows. Goodness sakes.
And he
running stop signs.
Running stop signs, and they're itching to get CHP to take this. I think they're getting, I don't want to say bored, but they want probably another agency to get involved, because as soon as he hit the freeway, they said, "We'll call CHP," and then he gets right back off. So they're looking for that CHP angle to come take it in here. But yeah, I mean, and then you have weird moves like that. Sometimes we stop at the stoplights, sometimes we use our turn signal, and then other times we don't do any of that. It's very strange.
That was a wild turn right there.
It's almost like he's lost a little bit downtown.
Well, for sure. He's hit cul-de-sacs twice.
Yeah.
And dead ends.
And it can be confusing if you're not familiar with the area, with all the one-way streets and the dead ends and the freeways intersecting. Well, they're pretty close now.
Yeah, and we're in that part of the Boyle Heights area where so much of the area is kind of sliced up by the freeways here, by the 5, the 101, and the 10. And if you are not familiar with the area, you're right. I mean, Rutabaga could definitely, you could get yourself into a jam pretty quickly. But we've covered so much area, and then kind of coming back to this area, the deja vu, very close to where we first found this pursuit, maybe just a few blocks from here now off of State Street. That it just makes you wonder what is happening here. But we continue out on the First Street eastbound. Looks like kind of the edge of Boyle Heights and the East LA area.
Can you see enough patrol cars in the area, even around the perimeter, Des, if they wanted to possibly corner him like they did before?
Yeah, I mean, they're right here, and
I see.
We gotta look at that. Well, that's interesting. I was thinking
that's a Hollenbeck unit.
They actually kind of, and kind of backed up there for the suspect. Pretty weird. But look, now it's getting to that point where it's been going on for so long that we're getting people coming out as well and taking videos and posting them on X. Look, here come more people. They've heard the choppers overhead. And, a lot of people like to come, especially when it's a slow speed one that goes in these same neighborhoods. And then it just kind of, is it worth being in tracking mode or not being aggressive if now you're bringing in a whole other factor of the public potentially coming and running up to the vehicle and taking photos or any number of things. I mean, everyone in this neighborhood can hear the helicopters overhead for sure. And it just turns into kind of an unnecessary spectacle. But, just dancing around the Boyle Heights area. You wonder how much gas is in the tank. Obviously, their tires are fine. That little maneuver where he went over that curb, taking that exit off of the 10, didn't have any effect whatsoever. I mean, this vehicle is still getting along just fine. I don't see any problems with the tires here, but it seems like they have no idea what they want to do either, frankly, at this point.
And we did hear Des, LAPD has re-engaged, so they're no longer in tracking mode. We are back into kind of full-blown pursuit mode. Now we're getting back on the freeway. We'll see how long that lasts. And then if he stays on it for a second, maybe they can get CHP involved.
Got a sound wall.
For now, it's LAPD that they were given permission to re-engage. We'll see if they keep it that way on the freeway, or if they go back into tracking mode, if they can get CHP, and how long we stay on the freeway, and all of kind of the unknowns. This guy really has no rhyme or reason. We haven't seen anything consistent with him, where he's been in the city or in town, and what freeways and surface streets. It just kind of seems so at random the way he picks and chooses where he wants to end up.
And why he just won't stop. I mean, I keep thinking, well, of course, we've seen.
Yeah, another little maneuver there.
Some drivers, well, they just know that it's not going to end well for them, so they just want to ride as long as they can. But it also makes you wonder what else, you know, is there something else that they may know about the driver, or something we don't necessarily know about the driver that we could find out that could cause even more problems for them?
Yeah, and I think this is a new direction for us. Now we're on the northbound 5 freeway, so we're getting out of the area we've been in. We'll come up on Lincoln Heights. Dodger Stadium's going to be on the left soon. So that'll be, this is a new area that he has not taken us yet. So at least we're exploring some new real estate during this chase here as we enter the northbound 5 freeway.
And it's a good thing it's happening not a couple hours earlier when the game got out.
Well, that's what
we couldn't fly anyway, right? I mean, there's restricted airspace.
The TFR for 1 hour after the end of the game.
So we're past that.
Yeah. Yep, we are well past that. And the lights are actually off at Dodger Stadium right now. So, yes, no issue with that as we're off the freeway once again now into the Lincoln Heights area. I mean, we've covered a lot of ground and at not very slow speeds. Well, we went through a red light right there. So, you know, kind of a mix of driving gingerly and then getting kind of aggressive and racking up more infractions. But we haven't seen the super, you know, concerted effort to escape like we so often see with some of these suspects right here. And you know, I mean, good news for everyone that's driving out here. No crazy wrong way driving or anything like that, and even coming all to a rolling stop right there. But yeah, I don't know. They just kind of enjoy hanging out around downtown and seeing how many miles they can cover before they go on handcuffs or what. But you know, this has been tying up quite a few LAPD units now for quite some time.
And you all were talking about this earlier, and you're right about the opportunities for spike strips.
Yeah.
We just had one before he got back on the freeway again and then got off, where the 2 different units were at an intersection on either side, and he basically almost stopped. He came to kind of a rolling stop and then took off again, got back on the freeway.
And one of the patrol cars backed up.
Yeah.
Is this a dead end?
No, he was able to come out here, and this will take us, I think, to maybe a roundabout that goes underneath the 110 freeway. But no, that's still a ways up. But yeah, they're still not right behind the suspect. I mean, you can see. So yeah, kind of. I guess I just don't really understand like if they're just gonna kind of hang with this until the suspect gets out and runs out of gas or what. But you know, if you give we've seen it so many times where you give the suspect just a little bit of a leash there to go run into a parking structure or something, then you're kind of setting up a whole other situation that could make it more difficult to get this person into custody. So I do kind of losing control right there. See, not a very capable car. Not sure what he was attempting to do there, but you know, this is not a little Mazda Miata or a Honda S2000 that's capable of making a turn that easily. And coming back around, we'll see if that kind of agitated the suspect. I mean, they've hit a couple of bumps now, and that was maybe the most severe and egregious. And now all of a sudden, I mean, maybe they're kind of coming up like they want to, but we are just a little bit too fast for that at the moment. But well, boy, maybe they're going to do it here. They want to.
Wow.
This unit
65 miles an hour.
Yeah. Pretty surprising. Yeah, this whole pursuit has been very strange as far as protocol and what's being done or not being done. But
they're backing off
that's
now.
And it's a really difficult thing to do. They thought maybe this would be an opportunity to get up on the suspect while they've been going so slow all this time. But then the second they do that, now we're up to 75 miles an hour on Riverside in kind of a residential neighborhood. So it's a tough balancing act out here for LAPD for sure.
You know, is this the most we've seen this car, like at 75 miles per hour?
It's definitely the higher up. I mean, we saw them on surface streets at 60 miles an hour for a second, but I would say pushing 70, especially on surface streets, is definitely high. Look at this. Here we go.
Whoa.
Oh, man.
Yeah. That's really, really surprising.
Look at this.
And they're going to do it. Look at that. He's trying to spin him around here, and the suspect's got to know, is that going to be it? Are they really going to try to continue after? That was one of the most aggressive things I've ever seen LAPD do. I got to say, especially after what we saw earlier. And that's it. I think that was just a little bit too much adrenaline for the suspect, and they decided, all right, our joyride is over before we crash this car, potentially flip it over or something.
Well, he's walking the wrong way, though.
Hands behind his back already.
And out pretty much immediately here on the edge of Frogtown here on Riverside Drive, and now down on your knees. So, boy, that was, I mean, as far as protocol and all that goes, I mean, I don't know if LAPD's revisiting some things or if they got some kind of special clearance. I don't know. That was pretty crazy there, Mike.
So, yeah, and Des, we were replaying it on the right side of your screen for our viewers, and it looks like they may have been still within protocol because he briefly dropped down to about 30 miles an hour, and that's right when that officer made contact. Now, what's interesting as the guy's there, look, Des, there's no plate on the back of that car. So I wonder how they had it as a reported stolen and how they knew it was stolen. Because generally that's how you know, is you run the plate and it comes back stolen. But this car doesn't seem to have a plate. So that makes me wonder if it was a witness stolen or what's called a fresh stolen, where somebody just reported and said, hey, this guy stole my car. Now he's being taken into custody, handcuffs being put on, and this is finally over. But that was such a strange ending, and that officer wanting to do that pit at almost 60 miles an hour at first was nuts.
And look how many officers there are, how many resources he was tying up for that entire time throughout the city.
And imagine how tired they were of following this guy. They finally said, okay, this is unusual on our part, but you know what? We're just going to give it a go.
With it. Yeah.
Right?
Get this over with.
Okay. Well, Des, you want to call that a code 4?
Yep, that is code 4. They already cleared the vehicle. One suspect, after cruising around for quite some time, downtown LA, Boyle Heights, East LA, San Gabriel Valley, comes to an end here on the edge of Frogtown on Riverside Drive.
All right, thanks so much, Desmond and Mike.